You are listening to the first ever Baton Twirling podcast. This is the Baton Twirling Project. One of the things I cherish most about baton twirling is the relationships I've made throughout my almost 30 years of twirling. Our next guest I met in college, and we twirled together for 2 years. I feel like I've known her forever. She is currently the twirling coach at Northern Arizona University. I am so excited to have Erin Link from Arizona on our podcast today. So I've kept up with you a little bit through Facebook. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing currently and what your role is throughout baton twirling. I know you have a couple.
Right now, in the competition side of things, I'm just a judge, so I'm a certified level 2 judge with USTA, so that means I can judge any kind of local contest, state contest, and then regionals. On the coaching side of things, I'm managing the NAU twirling line, so Northern Arizona University, so they're kind of new. They just started a couple years ago. This will be the third year coming into 2019 football season that they've been there, so I've had 4 last year, and I had 3 the year previous. So
awesome.
This will be my third year doing it.
Yay, growing baton twirling.
Yay,
I love it.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
What are some of the requirements for getting on the line at NAU?
So what we require, obviously we do auditions, so we have set pep routines that they would, practice before they come and perform at tryouts, and then they have their own 1 minute and 30-second routine that they do. I make them do a twirling resume, so it's pretty much a list of all of your accomplishments and, putting you in the spotlight, with what you're best at. And then, of course, we just have, your regular basic tricks, 3 spins, 1 spin illusions. You have to have certain 2 baton combinations, 3 baton combinations, all those kinds of things.
Great. Do you have any videos online of your twirlers?
Yeah, we actually have a couple YouTube videos, actually, of our tryouts.
Nice.
You could probably find of our pep routines. We have Louie, because we are the lumberjacks, so Louie is our lumberjack. Mm-hmm. So that's why one of our pep routines is called Louie. And then we have our fight song, which I love. It's so cute because it has an axe, and you do a little routine with the axe kind of thing. So
that's
pretty awesome. Yeah.
I've always wanted to twirl with an axe.
Yeah.
So are you living up in Flagstaff now?
No, I actually still live in Tucson.
Oh.
Yeah, so I make the commute. So normally what I do is I'll be up there for pretty much all of band camp in August. That's when I choreograph, majority of the routines. And then we do our part 1, show starting for the first football game. And then I'm up there pretty much every Saturday we have a game. So the girls are responsible for practicing and getting along together Monday, Wednesday, Friday, during their normal class hour, which is a band. And then I'm up there every Saturday morning for practice. And then the games are normally late afternoon. And then I get to go back home.
Yeah. So, I didn't realize you were still in Tucson. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still in Tucson. For me, that's been the coolest part, is kind of opening up people's eyes, especially at that university, what twirling actually really is, and trying to grow the line like I said, we started with 2, and then we went to 3, and now we're at 4, so maybe we can get up to 6. I think that's probably the most that I could handle, being so far away.
And what advice would you give to other coaches who are either just starting their own team or have been doing it for a while?
Well, advice, if you've been doing it for a while, you just got to stick with it. Keep your head up. There's always going to be a challenge with whether you have a brain fart when it comes to choreography. Those twirlers that are just like, I'm just not having a good day, the attitude, the tears, depending on your age group. You just have to stick with it. And somebody who's first starting is, don't get discouraged. That was the biggest thing for me, was, being told no constantly. You just, like I said before, if you're passionate about something, you just have to keep pushing, and it'll finally work for you. You just have to, perseverance, is the biggest thing. So you just got to keep moving and keep your head up and do what you love. And if you love twirling, then twirl your little heart out.
Yay. So if somebody in the middle of nowhere, because I get this question a lot too, if somebody in the middle of nowhere wants to learn baton twirling, they don't have any coaches around them, and they want to do a USTA contest, how could they get started?
So basically, if you go to ustwirling.com, they have all of these different buttons. So you can look for coaches in your area. I mean, you would be surprised that there's coaches everywhere. As long as they're listed with their USTA professional listing, you can find somebody. But they also, depending on where you're at, they do have links to each council's website. So you could go to California, Colorado, Kansas, those places. Sometimes, I'm not sure how many there are, but they always have events of what's coming up. It's all about, you have to go to their website pretty much basically to find out the avenues for that and to get started.
Thank you for coming on the podcast with us and speaking with us.
Oh, I appreciate you having me. It's pretty amazing to talk about twirling.
I know. I could talk about it all day.
I know. Me too. Thanks, friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you again for listening to the Baton Twirling Project podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to be the first notified of future episodes so you can stay up to date with Baton Twirling news. Make sure to leave us a positive review on iTunes to help us reach more and more people about baton twirling. If you'd like more information about baton twirling in your local area, email us at batontwirlingpodcast@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for listening and being here. It means so much to baton twirlers everywhere. We'll catch you next time.